Welcome everyone. Tonight on our program, shortage of maize in parts of the country fuels unhealthy competition. We have a report ahead on the negative toll that is taking on businesses along the value chain.
When maize is in season, my shop is usually filled with barrels of soaked maize. Now my shop is usually empty.
Meanwhile, tonight there are assurances from government that food prices will stabilize for September this year. We'll hear from the Deputy Agric Minister Yao Frimpong Ado. Plus, a bid by the Volta region to become the tourism and agric hub in Ghana.
The region has been described as a tourism hub of Ghana, with a variety of tourist attractions to boast of. From the food to tourist destinations, the region is ripe for investment in agribusiness, ecotourism, and ICT.
A special report from JoyNews' MFR Pao coming up. This is Business Live. My name is Daryl Kyle. Thanks for staying with us. Details in a moment. First up tonight, shortage of maize in parts of the country is taking a negative toll on businesses along the food value chain. High demand for maize has resulted in an unhealthy competition for the staple. There's more in this report.
Kofi Mensah is a corn mill operator. He has been in business for the past 20 years. According to him, this is the year he has recorded the lowest turn-up of customers.
Okay, to a Bruno de Gumana, Senisi Banesuti, Antise, a Bruno Homono, a Bro Homo, a Gumanoba, more. But
when maize is in season, my shop is usually filled with barrels of soaked maize. Now my shop is usually empty.
But Nebuai then Umuko Kwanswa, Umuntumin Fano, Bibrisa, Intina, Amadem Hakrano, Brubi Breno.
Although he's recording low sales, Kofi Mensah is hopeful business will pick up soon.
I am hoping the situation will change, so my business will boom.
In the past 7 months, the price of maize has shot up from 250 Ghana cedis to 450 Ghana cedis per bag. Retailers of maize at the Kumasi Central Market have bemoaned the continuous rise in the price of maize.
This month, from January,
From January, the price has never been stable. The highest price of maize should have been 300 cedis, but it is now sold at 450 Ghana cedis.
In previous years, Fafa, a condo seller at the Aja market, could buy 5 bags of maize at 1,000 Ghana cedis. This year, 1,000 Ghana cedis can buy only 3 bags.
At first, when you send 1,000 Ghana cedis, you get maybe 5 to 6 bags. But now, when you send 1,000 Ghana cedis, you get 2 or even 3. You see, it's very high. The prices are too high to the extent that you need to add more money. Like when at first you were sending 1,000, you send 20,000 so that you get the 5 bags that you were getting at first.
In processing the condo, Fafa explains how she is charged by other traders. This has affected her profit.
You send it to the mill. The person who makes it for like this for you will take money. The person who will carry it to will take money. You buy rubber and cover it. You buy these ones too to tie them, plus the black rubbers too. When you finish selling and you don't get the actual price that you used to send to the market to buy the styles, then you run at a loss.
Elizabeth Akande recounts this year as the worst year of doing business. She alleges some traders hoard corn dough and maize. The traders then sell the commodities at unreasonably high prices.
Because
some traders have been hoarding maize and corn dough, and they sell them at high prices.
Ama, a kinky seller at Aja, said she has seen a decline in sales. She has reduced the size of her kinky balls to meet the increase in maize price. Her customers keep complaining.
If I stick to the old kinky size, I will not make profits.
The shortage of maize in Ghana has been attributed to several factors, and one is the little or no rainfall in 2020, and another is the influx of foreigners from Burkina Faso and Niger to the northern part of Ghana to purchase maize. If this situation continues, there's a likelihood that there will be little maize for human consumption. And mind you, poultry farmers have also started complaining that the price of poultry feed is quite high, because maize is a large component of poultry feed production. From Kumasi for JoyNews, Mona Lisa Frempong.
Well, government says it expects the current spike in prices of foodstuff and commodities on the market to fully normalize for September this year. Food prices have increased significantly over the past 2 months, whilst some markets are experiencing acute shortages. Speaking on PM Express Business Edition, Deputy Minister of Agric, Frimpong Ado, said the September projection is based on the upcoming harvest season and the introduction of some emergency policy measures.
Between April, May, June, July, we call it the planting season, both north and south of the country. So naturally, food becomes very scarce around this time of the year. But the good thing is that, in spite of the high prices, the costs are available, especially yam, which has the new yam has come, and because of that, yam prices are very good. But if you compare it with maize, it's a big problem. It's a big problem because poultry farmers and those who have piggery and these are competing for the limited products on the market. Because of that, prices have gone up. Today, for instance, I ate a certain size of kinky, and I screamed. I said, "Wow, this size of kinky at 150% is too small." But it is to be expected at that time. It is our hope that once the new produce are beginning to be harvested, by end of September, October, prices will stabilize, because we are going to have lots of foodstuffs on the market, and naturally demand and supply, the presence of demand and supply will set the price. So if you ask me about prices, yes, everybody in the ministry concedes that prices are quite high on the market. Yes.
You had the Deputy Agric Minister Frimpong Ado speaking over the phone with my colleague George Riafe on PM Express Business Edition. We're taking you next to the Volta region, which has abundant resources beside its rich cultural heritage. The region has been described as a tourism hub of Ghana. Ahead of the Volta Fair beginning November 15, JoyNews' MFR Powell takes us on a trip to the Volta region and highlights the opportunities in agribusiness, tourism, and ICT.
Love the Volta region. I am passionate about everything Volta, not because I come from there, but because of its rich culture. The Volta region has been described as a tourism hub of Ghana, with a variety of tourist attractions to boast of. From the food to tourist destinations, the region is ripe for investment in agribusiness, ecotourism, and ICT. We are currently at the Maflix Trust Farm here in Joje, Tajahu, we are told. Well, behind me you can see the greenhouses. I've counted them, it's 7 by 3 of them. It's just one of the farms that we're visiting as part of our Volta Fair. You can see, you've told you that our Volta Fair is made up of 3 main themes. It will be on agribusiness, tourism, and then, of course, IT. A very wonderful place, beautiful irrigation, a number of crops. We've seen the beautiful potatoes, the okra, amongst others. This is one of the main reasons why you need to be part of the Volta Fair. So you exhibit, and then you can attract investors as well for your business.
In Ghana, we have advantage to grow 3 times in a year. We compete with Egypt. Egypt do only 1 season. They're in a season now. So most of the buyers, they are focusing in Africa, especially Ghana now.
I find it interesting that you are growing Asian vegetables in Ghana and you are exporting to the UK.
Yeah.
Is it that they find it cheaper to get it from Africa because of what is the issue?
No, because of the transit time and logistics. You know, when you ship this evening, we are shipping today. Tomorrow morning is in UK. Netherlands is in Netherlands early in the morning.
So our location is an advantage
exactly
when it comes to fruits and vegetables
yes.
for the value chain.
But the challenges we have by logistics too is we don't have our national airline. It's one of the big challenges. About 3 weeks ago, we'll be having challenges with a BA. Very big issue. You go to the airport, they'll bring a small flight. I think now they are bringing a bigger flight, but the freight cost is so high. So those are the only challenges. But in terms of position in Africa, West Africa, we have a good chance. So most of the buyers want to buy produce from Ghana.
The agribusiness sector is one of the 23 sectors under the AGI. We have 23 sectors from agribusiness to government. And as I also mentioned earlier, we work closely with government. And what we do, we are the leading voice of the private sector and continue to advocate. So as part of the advocacy, we know that for investors, or for us to be able to attract foreign direct investment, the enabling environment must be created. Government must create the enabling environment for us to be able to pitch and to be able to sell Ghana. That means the ease of business, doing business must be improved. That means there must be available land, there must be industrial parks, there must be affordable power, and there must be cost of credit. So we continue to advocate for that, for government to be able to do that, so that we can attract foreign direct investment and with partnership with our locals, technology transfer, and to improve on our economic situation.
The Volta region is a microcosm of Ghana. It is an embodiment of Ghana. Everything you want to see in Ghana is right in here. So once you come in here, once you visit Volta, you have experienced Ghana. Go home and sleep.
This year, November, we'll be having the Volta Trade Cultural and Investment Fair. And I want to welcome everybody, wherever you are, whether in this country, whether you are from Volta region, or everybody all over the world is invited to come and join us from 15th to 28th of November. So I welcome you all.
My next visit will take me to the monkey sanctuary, the snake farm, the white clay pit known as Agatawe or Ayelo at Amfuega, among others. That trip will be soon, so catch me if you can. But by all means, be at this year's Volta Fair in November. Visit Volta and experience Ghana.
Want to take a trip to the Volta region, doesn't it? You're watching Business Live. Still to come, Joy Business visits Uncle Tico's Bakery, which is adding value to sweet potatoes. The root vegetable is the main ingredient for its products.
Anytime we want to do bread, we calculate the number of kilos we need, bring them out, and then we'll add flour. We come to the table, mix it, and then in some few minutes time, our sweet potato bread is ready.
That's coming up after this break. Stay with us. Well, our last story was about India, and we'll stay there because the India-Africa Trade Council, formed during the height of the COVID-19 pandemic last year, plans to focus on agriculture and manufacturing sectors to ensure value addition to the continent's raw materials. This is aimed at boosting trade and creating jobs through investment and technology. The council has sworn in Chief Executive Officer of Kingdom Exim Group, James Rajamani, as Chief Chancellor of the IATC West Africa. There's more from the ceremony held at Tema.
The vision of IATC is to propel the major integration projects initiated by governments of the countries to their effective realization. It is also to initiate dialogue to eradicate trade deficiencies through multilateral advocacy programs and help credit lines to be shared with Africa's natural resources and human potential. IATC, which was conceptualized last year by the advent of COVID-19, is to build on partnership between India and Africa, which has existed for decades. Chief Chancellor of IATC West Africa, James Rajamani, says it is high time Africa added value to its raw materials and ended reliance on imports.
For the initial stage, we also want to bring, especially in the agriculture area, the sector, we are bringing a lot of transformation in this West Africa as well as in Ghana, bring a lot of changes. So we bring a lot of investment to develop, and most of the raw materials, it is imported from outside West Africa. So we bring that everything should be like everything is in-house as the vision of our president. So we'll bring everything reality and more investment into a lot of farming activities and also the raw material produced in Ghana.
Meanwhile, Namibian High Commissioner to Ghana, Selma Ashipala Musavi, believes the initiative will create more jobs for the youth.
I believe that the India-Africa Trade Council is a building block for the Africa we want. It is initiatives such as this between African business people and Indian business people which will make Africa become relevant in the global economy for the right reasons. And when I say about the right reason, I'm talking about for Africa to industrialize, for us to put value, to add value to our own products, so that we create jobs at home, so that our young people stay on the continent and they do not die in the sea.
Close associates, business partners, Kingdom Exim Group, security, traditional leaders, MCs, among other dignitaries, were present to support James Rajamani. Kwame Yankesh reports for Joy Business.
Now, Ghana is ranked 40th in the world in terms of exports of sweet potatoes. The nation earned $434,000 from the export of the foodstuff in the year 2019. The country could earn more if sweet potatoes are processed into other products. My colleague Emma Davis visits Uncle Tico's Bakery, which uses sweet potatoes as main ingredient.
Ernest Amwansan. I am a farmer with Humpo Investments. We produce OFSP and we also add value to OFSP.
Ernest Amwansa is a farmer who decided in 2017 to venture into value addition of sweet potatoes, but describes the sector as difficult. However, he is hopeful of the industry's potential when Ghanaians fully appreciate the nutritional benefits of sweet potato.
We have been doing this since 2017.
And how do you say the journey has been so far?
Very, very difficult, and we are still in the difficult part. We see a very big light at the end of the tunnel, and so we are encouraged to do that.
A bakery is a subsidiary of the Sweet Potato Utilization Center he oversees, which adds value to the crop and processes them into bread, kenke, gari, among others. He explains the processes involved in making bread with sweet potato.
When we get the roots, the first thing we do is to wash and clean the root and make sure they are very clean. And then you pre-cook it just by adding heat. So when it is pre-cooked, you peel. If there are stones, if there are parts that need to be cut off, you peel. After peeling, you send it to the mill where you crush. After crushing, we pack them in 3 kilo packs and we freeze them. So anytime we want to do bread, we calculate the number of kilos we need, bring them out, and then we'll add flour. We come to the table, mix it, and then in some few minutes time, our sweet potato bread is ready. It comes in a form of butter bread, sugar bread, wheat bread, all in the name of orange flesh sweet potatoes.
How long does it stay before it goes bad?
If it is frozen, you can keep it for 6 months. If it's not frozen, the lifespan is just 1 or 2 days. Bread production comes with formulas. You don't just go and mix anything that you want. So for the sizes, you have to develop the formula and know that this formula fits for the size. And so it's up to you to make sure that I have done the right thing, I have the right figures. And so once you do that, you are getting a very good results. If you don't do that and you don't do your calculations well, you will get it wrong and bread will come out not too nice.
Ghana imports about $100 million of flour annually. Ernest believes when bakers are well educated on the benefits of sweet potato, they will fuse it with their recipes and it will benefit the economy in the long run.
We have to look for money and educate the bakers so that they can buy into the use of OFSP to replace the ordinary flour. And so the journey has not been smooth because we needed funds to do that. But Ghana imports almost about 100 million USD of flour, assuming bakers are ready to buy into this system. 30% of that money will go to farmers, and that 30% is $30 million. And farmers will be happy. Everybody who is in it will also make some profits.
Sweet potato is fortified with vitamin A for good eyesight and has fiber in it, hence it prevents constipation.
Well, the full interview will air Saturday, that's tomorrow, on this channel at 6 p.m. Finally tonight, Hofstede Insight and the Growth Hub have launched a partnership to align culture and strategy in a corporate environment to enable organizations achieve their goals. Let's hear next from lead consultant at Growth Hub Ghana, Lovelace Ejeaku.
It's very important and critical to us as a wholly owned Ghanaian company into consultancy and working with people. Now, the opportunity to get anybody to understand people means that the key resource in any organization is being honest and being used right. So for us, we are very passionate about aligning the cultures of every organization to the strategy. You will find that the impact of COVID has changed the way a lot of companies are working now. Some were ready because they were very agile and flexible in the way they deal with their people and their culture. Others found it very, very difficult because even their employees did not even have laptops or even didn't have any technological background to communicate. So maybe for a whole 3 or 4 months, there was no communication. That's sad. So for us, we realized that why not bring Hofstede Insight into Ghana? After 30 years of doing this with a lot of companies, as you saw, over 500 companies worldwide, we are giving the opportunity for them to serve the Ghanaian corporate market by going to corporate Ghana to allow them to have us scan their culture and help them to decide on how they can use their people, which is the best resource for any competitive advantage in this corporate Ghana. So for us, yes, it's very important. We should listen to the issue of culture. It can be measured scientifically, and we think the impact is great. So typically, in corporate Ghana, I have been in sales and senior sales management roles, working with people nationwide, meaning that people are coming from different cultures, and you're expecting them to perform and deliver the same goals. Now, some are very fortunate to be forthgoing and engaging people. Others are also laid back by the way of their tradition. So even to approach an elder and push forth their case becomes very difficult. Now, as a leader, if you don't take care, you will be pushing this individual thinking that they're just lazy, but not understanding that from their cultural background, they are not forward. So they tend to be laid back, not because they're rude, but because in their culture, they cannot talk to the elder person in that way. This person is stressed out for the rest of his career. How does corporate Ghana now know, being very aware, HR practitioners, supervisors, leaders, decision makers, know that, yes, we need to help these people, empower them to come out of their shelf, understanding where their gaps are, so that we can support them to deliver just like anybody else.
And that was very insightful. That brings an end to Business Live tonight. More news on our website, myjoyonline.com/business. Get all the day's latest from there. My name is Darryl Kwao. Thanks for watching. Do enjoy your weekend.